Hey guys, hey besties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Javell, and today I'm showing you guys my July TBR list, or basically my reads for July. If you don't know what TBR means, it means to be read. So basically all the books that I have with the intention of reading in July. Will I be able to get to all of them? I don't know, we'll see. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So right now I'm currently reading the third book in the Summer I Turn Pretty series, and that one's called We'll Always Have Summer. And that book is basically following Belly and Jeremiah and Conrad, but in this book we get Conrad's point of view. In the second book we got Jeremiah's point of view, but in the third book we get Conrad and Belly's point of view, which I really like. And a lot of things are happening right now that's kind of blowing my mind. And again, I really love these books because I read them a long time ago and I'm reading them again, but now I don't know, like it's just, I don't know, I'm finally getting done with the series, and so I'm so excited to read it. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video you probably heard about The Summer I Turned Pretty, and you probably heard about like the Amazon show movie. I don't really know what it is yet. I still need to watch it. I really want to. So that's number one. I'm actually reading it on my phone, so I don't have a physical copy. And then on my list as well, I have Regretting You by Colleen Hoover, and this book I'm actually currently reading right now. So this book is basically about Morgan and Clara, and Morgan is the mom, Clara is the daughter, which is kind of like a different dynamic for Colleen Hoover because you never really see like a mother-daughter dynamic kind of like that. You just get like lovers or like girlfriend-boyfriend, but this book is a mother-daughter dynamic, and their life is currently flipped upside down because the dad, Morgan's husband, just died, and he is the one that was kind of like the glue for their family. And so he died and a lot of his secrets are coming out, and it basically tells us how Clara and Morgan is navigating life after, you know, losing their dad and losing their husband. Yeah, so that's basically what Regretting You is about. I'm really interested to see why the cover is like that though. I'm not sure yet. I'm literally just like a couple pages in, but that is also on my TBR list. Alright, so next book on my TBR list is The Deal by Elle Kennedy, and this book is basically about Hannah Wells and Garrett Graham. And basically Garrett is the captain of the hockey team, however he has really bad grades and he needs a tutor. And then there's Hannah Wells, and she is obviously confident, smart, pretty, and she has a crush on this one guy. However, he doesn't really notice her, and so she's gonna use Garrett to, you know, fake date her so she can make that other guy jealous or kind of just notice her. In exchange, she will tutor him, and you usually know how fake dating tropes work. Usually someone falls in love, and so I'm really excited to read this and see who falls in love first, what really happened, what's the tea. Alright, next book on my TBR list is actually a non-fiction book, which I rarely read, but this book is called Living and Dying in Brick City, and it's by Samson Davis MD. This book is basically about the exploration of the healthcare crisis facing inner city communities by an emergency room physician who grew up in the very neighborhood he is now serving. And I feel like this book would be really good for anybody who is into the medical field. If you want to, you know, be a nurse, a doctor, or just interested in general about, you know, healthcare inequalities or just like the issues, this is a really good read, and I'm really excited to read this. And this was actually given to me by my boyfriend's little sister because she's also into the medical field, so really interested to read this. I definitely want to get this done within like the next week. It's pretty small, so it's only like 200 pages, so quick read. Next book on my TBR list is When I Was You by Amber Garza, and basically this book is about two women who just so happen to have the same name, and they just so happen to live in the same city. However, one of them has a newborn baby while the other one really wants a baby. She's very lonely. So one day they both run into each other, and one of them become a little obsessed, and then one of them goes missing. And so I'm really interested into hearing what the tea is in here. This is kind of like a mystery thriller, if you can't really tell, and I'm really excited to read this. Alright, next book on my TBR list is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, which you guys know I love her writing. She writes in third person, but she does it so well that you don't even know it's third person, and I will always give her her flowers for that exact reason, because who you know can write in third person and it not be annoying and boring and just irritating. But yeah, It Happened One Summer is basically the story before Hook, Line, and Sinker. So it's kind of like a series, but not really. Like, you can definitely read them separately, but if you read them together, it's even better. It basically tells the story of Piper and Brandon, and basically she got cut off by her dad because she ended up in jail, and so she had to go to kind of like this beach town or like a fishing town, and she basically had to go there because her dad died, her real dad died, and so she had to go take care of business. And so while she's there, she kind of fell in love with the town. She was falling in love with the people, and that's where she met Brandon. And at first she found him very irritating, but eventually they kind of had a really cute relationship. Actually, I'm assuming, I haven't even read the book, so yeah. But that's basically It Happened One Summer. I heard a lot about this book on TikTok, and so I wanted to read it, and apparently it's very spicy, which you guys know I love a good spicy book. Alright, next book on my TBR list is First Love Take 2 by Sajni Patel, and this book basically caught my attention because they're Indian characters, and I've never seen Indian characters on a book before, and honestly, like, the cover is so freaking cute. Are you kidding me? And I just love the entire aesthetic, and also the synopsis was really good, so I had to get it. So basically, the female character, she was looking for a roommate, and little did she know when she got a new roommate, it was gonna be her ex-boyfriend, okay? And apparently, like, their families, if you have immigrant families, you know they're very overbearing. They try to force you to do things, and so apparently their families caused them to break up, but now they are living together, and they're kind of trying to keep, you know, from anything exploding or getting too crazy. And so I'm really interested to read this. It just sounds really cute and fun, and I'm so excited that I found this book. So definitely on my TBR list for July. I also got a Nora Roberts book, and I recently found out that she wrote like 200 books or something insane like that. Yeah, like 200 romance novels, which is literally insane. Granted, she is an older lady, but that's kind of crazy. But this book basically tells a story about like this one girl who has some kind of like a mansion or whatever, and then there is this guy who is kind of like a real estate mogul, and he is buying her mansion, and while they're trying to like get things together, he is kind of smitten by her. He really likes her. He thinks she's cute, and she has like apparently a very feisty personality, and so he really likes that. He is not really like the guy who does relationships, and she is kind of like the girl who wants marriage, she wants relationships, and I think we're gonna see how they navigate that and how they find common ground, or if they'll even get together. I don't know, but we'll see. Definitely on my list. I'm so excited to read my first Nora Roberts book, because if she wrote 200 books, she must be doing something right. So next book on my TBR list is by Elin Hilderbrand, and this is The Matchmaker. And apparently the mom in here, she's a matchmaker, and she's successfully matched 42 couples together, which is kind of insane. Okay, I don't even think the Millionaire Matchmaker has done that. So she's matched 42 successful couples together. However, she does not think her daughter and her daughter's fiance, or like her husband, wait, let's see. Yeah, she doesn't think her daughter's husband and her daughter is meant to be together. So there's that. And then it just so happens that the mom in here, she has like some kind of old love, and they come back to town, and that kind of puts her entire relationship with her current husband in a little bit of uproar. So that's basically what The Matchmaker is covering. At least that's what I've interpreted. I could be totally off base, I don't really know, but the cover is really cute, and it's set in Nantucket, so definitely summer vibes. So I'm really excited to read this. Alright, last book on my July TBR list is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and this book was on Book Talk for months. Okay, everyone and their mom has probably read this book. Okay, and I finally got around to it. I ended up getting it at Target for like $7, which is such a good deal. This book is basically about a high school girl who got killed by her boyfriend, and 5 years later, a current senior decided to reopen the closed case just for some research, just to kind of prove that the boyfriend was not the killer of the high school girl. And For some reason, that kind of started stirring up, you know, bad things, and now someone's out to get the main character. This book kind of reminds me of Anything by Karen M. McManus. I read One of Us is Lying by her, and I feel like this book kind of has like the same kind of vibe, and I really like that book. That was actually a 5-star book for me in May, I believe. So I'm really excited to read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Ooh, I'm gonna pull a study to the side. She keep coming at me every day and night. When I left them, my life started feeling right.